This is a sports catastrophe production.
Hey there, Heather Ho there, it's Jeff Cutter Diamond. Welcome you to another Sports Catastrophe Birthday Boy. And today, there is no on this day, unfortunately. But anyway, the birthday boy for March the 3rd is an NHL defenseman who played for the New York Rangers primarily, and then somehow was traded to Toronto, and then he ended his career with Boston. Should not have happened. Anyway, he spent 18 years in the NHL. He's 54 years old today. He got inducted to the Hall of Fame in 2009 in his first year of eligibility and one of the greatest 100 players in NHL history. He won 2 Norris trophies for Best Defenseman, 92 and 97. First American to win the Conn Smythe Trophy as Playoff MVP, and I believe he's the first American captain to lead a team to the Stanley Cup. Oh no, sorry, he wasn't captain. That was Messier. What was I thinking? Anyhow, he helped the New York Rangers win the '94 Stanley Cup Finals, their first championship in 54 years. Leetch is only one of 5 NHL defensemen to score 100 points in a season, and I believe he's the last. I think I can't remember. But anyway, he won the Calder as Rookie of the Year in 1989, and he actually still has the record for rookie defenseman goals with 23 in one season. His number 2 was retired January 24, 2008 by the Rangers. He is somehow the greatest Ranger of all time. He is Brian Leetch. Strange as it sounded, Brian Leetch was born in Texas but was raised in Connecticut to do hockey and all that. He looked like he wanted to be a baseball player, but then he would play hockey and score 70 goals for a Massachusetts prep team. And the Rangers said, you know what, screw that. We're going to take him in the 1986 draft, 9th overall, making him the first player drafted that year who didn't play major junior hockey. So that's huge. Brian Leetch would actually play at Boston College for 1 year. He was an All-American defenseman, but he played for the U.S. Olympic team in 1988. In Calgary, that team didn't do so well. But then 8 days later, he would play for the Rangers in his first game. He actually scored an assist on a Kelly Kissel goal. He would finish in 1988 with 14 points in 17 games. He was still considered a rookie because by NHL standards, you would have to play 25 NHL games in your career before the rookie tag was taken off you. In his first full season in 1989, he helped the Rangers make the playoffs, barely, before being taken out by the Pittsburgh Penguins in 4 straight. But anyway, Leetch would score 71 points and 23 goals, which still is a rookie defenseman record, winning the Calder Trophy for top rookie, which was amazing. Anyway, the Rangers were looking to have championship caliber and all that. Leetch won lots of respect because of his demeanor and entertaining offensive-minded play. The Rangers were getting better and better. They got Messier in that big trade in 1991. But anyway, 92, he became the 5th defenseman and only American defenseman to get 100 points in a season and won the Norris Trophy. So that was a huge moment for him, scoring over 100 points by a defenseman. If I can remember correctly, or Coffee Bork, did he do that? I think so. Or Coffee Bork and Danny Potvin, I think were the other ones. I can't remember. Anyway, Leetch unfortunately would miss the part of the 93 season because he slipped on some black ice stepping out of a cap and had a broken ankle. The Rangers would miss the playoffs on that mark, including a terrible 10-3 game in 1993. That's how Mario Lemieux scored 5 goals at MSG. Ironically, that game on April 9th, 1993 was my 8th birthday. I know the BSC fans will say, shut up, Cutter! Anyhow, in 1984, he put up another 23-goal season to help the Rangers win the President's Trophy, which is sometimes called the kiss of death, because you're the number 1 team in the NHL, and everyone would be getting on them. And the lack of times that a President's Trophy winner has won the Stanley Cup doesn't make things any easier. However, this 94 team was not like the 92 team that won the President's Trophy and then choked in the second round against the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Rangers were good. First few rounds, they were looking good, but then the Devils put them to 7 games, and the Rangers luckily got out of it, thanks to Stefan Matteau's goal off Fetisov. Meanwhile, Leetch would score a key goal in Game 7 of the 94 finals, giving the Rangers the Stanley Cup. It wasn't the cup-winning goal. That was Messier's goal. But anyway, the Rangers' 54-year drought was finally ended, which is the longest until the Leafs have come along. Leetch became the first non-Canadian to be named the Conn Smythe Trophy winner, being playoff MVP. He was the only American until Tim Thomas in 2011 for the Bruins, although that was well deserved. Fuck. Anyway, Leetch would become the second player in NHL history, ironically, after another defenseman by the name of Bobby Orr. Well, I guess when you look at it, to win the Calder, the Norris, and the Conn Smythe in his career. And no other player has done that since. A couple years later, Brian Leetch would be the inspirational captain for the U.S. team in the '96 World Cup of Hockey, which in fact changed the way international hockey competitions were. As the U.S. shocked Canada in a 3-game series in Montreal to get a trophy and give American hockey a big boom, kind of like Americanized 1980. Brian Leetch became captain of the Rangers in '97 after Mark Messier bolted for Vancouver. Kind of stupid, don't you think? But Leetch helped the Rangers out and did okay. Unfortunately, though, this was the start of one of the worst stretches of play in Rangers history, as the Rangers would miss the playoffs every year from 1997 till 2006, when after the first year after the lockout. So Leetch was captain, and then when Messier came back in 2000 from the Canucks, he gave it back to Messier, no strings attached. Anyway, he won the Norris Trophy in 1997, shocking a lot of people, I think. And the Rangers got to the conference finals thanks to Adam Grace's shocking overtime goal against Martin during Game 5 of the second round. But anyway, the Rangers were taken out by the Flyers in 5 games. The Rangers just didn't have much in them after that. In 2004, the Rangers needed to do something, so they decided to get rid of Brian Leetch, ironically, on his birthday at the trade, which was the trade deadline in 2004. So the Rangers traded Leetch to Toronto for a couple of prospects, a first-round pick in 2004 and a second-round pick in 2005. That first-round pick in 2004 was actually traded to Calgary. And the 2005 pick was Michael Sauer. So the Rangers didn't really get out well. The prospects were bullshit, and the release at least came out on top of this trade, kind of. Leetch tried his best for the 2004 playoffs, but the Leafs got taken out in the second round by the Flyers. Really, the Flyers? Seriously, the Flyers? Anyway, Leetch was supposed to play in 2005, but because of the lockout that ruined the season, he couldn't play the full season for them. He was a free agent, and Boston signed him to a 1-year deal. But Leetch picked up point number 1,000. So that's good, in a sense. Throughout the 2007 season, Leetch received many contract offers, but didn't accept any. That was kind of weird. He could have accepted one. Maybe the Rangers wanted him back. I don't know. Anyway, Leetch's number 2 was retired January 2008, making him the 5th Ranger to get his number retired, joining Mark Messier, Mike Richter, Rod Gilbert, and Eddie Giacomin. So, anyway, Leetch actually announced during his ceremony that the Rangers' next retired number would be Adam Grace's number 9, although that would be a sure number with Andy Bathgate, who was much more deserving. Anyway, so Leetch was named to the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame with the Lester Patrick Trophy for contributions to American hockey. Leetch would be inducted to the Hockey Hall of Fame on his first chance in 2009. He joined Steve Yzerman, Brett Hull, and Luke Robitaille in that class, which was amazing. That was the third straight time. 2009 was the third straight year that a New York Ranger player who played for the '94 team got into the Hall of Fame. Mark Messier in 2007 and Glenn Anderson in 2008 preceded him. Leetch became the manager of player safety in the NHL, but left after 1 season. In the regular season, he put up 1,028 points in 1,205 games, which was impressive, and he put up 97 points in 95 playoff games. Internationally, he would help the U.S. do well, winning the World Cup of Hockey in 1996, and then took a surprising silver medal at the 2002 Olympics, losing Canada. Sorry, but that's the way it is. So anyway, he had some great awards in NCAA hockey with Boston College. He won the Olympic silver medal in 2002. Norris Trophy for top defenseman in 1997. As I said, first team All-Star in those 2 years. Second team All-Star in 91, 94, 96. First American-born Conn Smythe Trophy winner, aka Player of MVP. Calder champion for top rookie. Many All-Star games. He got to play in 11 All-Stars games. Helped World Cup of the U.S. World Cup of Hockey team in '96 when the Hockey News did their 100 greatest NHL players in 1997. He was the second highest American-born player, and behind Frankie Brunzek. And in the famous book, 100 Ranger Greats, Brian Leetch was named the top Ranger of all time at that point. So I won't disagree. But I mean, Henrik Lundqvist has come close in the Ranger fan eyes. Look at Blue Shirt Underground and how they talk about Henrik and all that. So yeah, so he has the record for goals by rookie defensemen still. Lots of Ranger records still. Assists in a career, goals by a defenseman, goals by a defense, most points by a defenseman in a career for the Rangers. Most assists in a single season, not just by a defenseman, but by anybody. 80 assists in 92. Most points by a defenseman in a single season. And most power play goals by a defenseman, 17 in a single season in 94. And also with the Rangers in the playoffs, most assists, 61, most points, 89, most assists in 1 year, and points, 23 and 34 respectively in that 94 drive. And most goals by a defenseman, 28, with 11 of them coming in 94. So, yeah, a lot of Ranger records by Brian Leetch. He's a great Ranger and all that. I tend to agree with Blue Shirt Underground and all of that. And now I gotta go before another Shut Up Cutter chant comes from BSU. Anyway, I'm Jeff Diamond. I do.